Hey, everybody, we just got done reviewing A Haunting in Venice and also talked a little bit about Agatha Christie on our other show, That's Weird Stuff. Go check that out. She's involved in her own little mystery. So, A Haunting in Venice takes place in Halloween, and it's Hercule Poirot.
Not Hercule Satan?
Not Hercules.
Mr. Satan.
And he's like very particular about what he eats. He likes his eggs to be a certain way. If it was Halloween, you probably would think he would his favorite candy is probably Cadbury eggs. You got to think that. So even at Halloween, he somehow gets hooked up with Cadbury eggs.
He seems like a Tootsie Roll man. He's like, ooh, a little piece of chocolate.
So for this week's topic, I thought I'd put your guys' detective skills to the test with a little game. And let me get that up. Actually, whoop.
Whoop.
Let me make sure I have this right before we play.
Fifth screen pops up and it's Jigsaw.
Yeah, I don't want to get...
Oh, no.
Hypnotizes everyone.
Is
Is that your hypnotized face, Thomas?
Yep.
He's like, Thomas, you're so ungrateful for Carhartt. And then Carhartt somehow kills you. I don't know.
it's like a rubber, but attack of the pants or attack of the jacket.
It's a straight jacket that gets tighter and tighter, made by Carhartt.
Alex and I actually saw rubber in real life the other day. We're driving home on our. Do you know what rubber is, Joseph?
Yeah, the movie about the tire.
Yeah, the horror movie about a tire. We're going down the road, and it was literally like we're driving home from work, and we kind of go off this country road for a while, and then take a right to where we get to our house. And this tire was just going along in front of us, just bouncing and rolling. And it comes to the end, and it's like the road ends, and it just splits left and right. The tire literally just turns to the right, keeps going down where we're going, then turns to the left, and then kept going down this dirt road down to who knows where. Like, I never even saw the thing stop. It kept rolling. It was just following the road. I was like, that is a sentient tire, my friends.
Then kill somebody.
It probably did. It went
the
blew up
mind.
a bird somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a list from this website called I think it's thecandystore.com. And they did a list of every state's favorite.
Was it made by 50 Cent?
Halloween candy, maybe. And they did it by poundage, I guess, by poundage of candy sold. So this is from last year. I didn't have this year, so don't come at me if it's all different for this year. But
this is last year?
Yeah, this is for last year. So what you guys got to do is you got to give me the state in the candy with which you think matches up. Go ahead, Michael.
Why are hot tamales on there?
That's a candy.
Is that a candy?
Yeah, there's a little
red gummy thing.
The red ones,
yeah. I'm thinking like spicy tamales or something. I'm like, what is going on with this?
They don't even like candy. They just like hot tamales.
Hispanics do consider it candy.
So, okay. For this one, you got to give me the state and you got to give me which candy you think is their favorite, okay?
Let's go state by state, I guess.
Secondary question. Is this like each of these matches to one of the others, or is there like a multiple answer for...
No, each one has one match on this page.
So Reese's Cups isn't going to be on two different states.
Right. I avoided doing doubles for each state. So
good.
So Jared suggested we start with state to state.
Yeah, let's discuss each state and then what we think. Because I'm going to go Arizona. You'd think hot tamales, but no, they're a little trashier than the hot tamales. So I'd guess New Mexico for those. So for Arizona, I'm going to say Starburst.
That is incorrect.
Dang it.
Michael, what do you think?
For Arizona, I've only been to Arizona, I think, twice in my life. I don't think I had any candy in Arizona or saw anyone eat any candy. But I'm going to go with Hershey's Minis.
Incorrect. Thomas, what do you got for Arizona?
How do they eat candy in Arizona? It's too hot. Doesn't it just melt?
It's a trick. You can only do it in winter.
I'm going to go with Sour Patch Kids.
Incorrect. So, do you guys want to keep guessing, or should I just
tell us that one?
Failed.
Okay. So Arizona's favorite. This is a weird one because, like Tom was saying, how do they not melt right away? It's Hershey's Kisses.
What?
Really?
That's like the most thing to melt. Maybe besides Reese's Cups.
Maybe that's why it's so
beloved.
Yeah.
It's so elusive to them that they're like, oh,
it's cold enough. Eat it now. Eat it now, for God's sake.
So I am from Arizona, and I do remember eating Kisses when I was young. So I guess.
Yeah, but that was you haven't eaten one since.
You guys like Kisses? What's Kisses on your Halloween?
I like them.
Like if they're in the bag, sure, I'll eat them, but I'm not going to go buy a bag of Kisses.
True.
I don't really like chocolate all that much, except for dark chocolate. So I kind of stay away from milk chocolate.
They have the little flag. The flag's never out. It's always in the thing. But okay, let's move on to California. California. What do you? We started with Jared first, so let's go to Michael's.
Gotta go M&M's with California, I think.
Incorrect. Tommy's California.
We'll go with Skittles.
Incorrect. Jared, California.
I'm gonna say Sour Patch Kids.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
California. If Jared, you should have got the hint about ET and what. It's Reese's Cups. He doesn't.
Oh, but those are pieces.
Yeah, Reese's Pieces is what.
But you should have thought Reese's in your head. So let's move on to Kansas. Kansas. Thomas, it's your turn to go first. What do you think about Kansas?
So
you have a little ghost in your stomach or something?
So it's not Reese's Cups. It's not
Reese's. Sorry.
So Kisses and
not
Reese's
Kisses.
Cups is off the table.
Okay.
I'm gonna say M&M's.
You are correct, Thomas.
Yay!
Really?
Kansas.
I never saw them eating M&M's.
Any reason you chose M&M's?
Nope.
Okay. So let's go on to New Mexico, where I am right at this moment. What do you think?
What are they eating, Joseph?
What are we eating over here? Jared, your turn.
I'm going to stick to what I said, hot tamales.
Incorrect. That's
no!
very racist of you. No, I'm just kidding.
I am New Mexican.
Michael, what do you got?
I was with Jared on that. I thought it was hot tamales. New Mexico. Walter White. Walter White. Man, I'm
what do meth heads like to eat?
Going to Hershey's Minis again.
Hershey's Minis is correct.
Hey,
really?
Oh.
The heck?
Yeah.
I mean, I like Hershey's Minis. It's a little chocolate bar.
You're not New Mexican.
All right, so we're going to Oklahoma next, Thomas.
No one cares.
All right, it's Michael's turn. It's
Michael. Yeah.
Oh,
Michael.
Gosh, I gotta go again. Oklahoma. That's gotta be hot tamales, right?
Incorrect.
Dang it.
You would think that's a good guess. I think that's a good guess, but that's incorrect. Thomas, what do you got?
It was Skittles.
Skittles is correct.
I was gonna guess that. I was gonna say terrible state, terrible candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you? I love Skittles.
Skittles are terrible. They stick to your teeth.
All candy sticks to your teeth.
It's true.
All right, who are we? Is it Jaredson?
No,
Thomas
turn.
is. Yeah,
Oh,
Thomas.
I started. My bad.
So Thomas, you get your home state, Texas. What do you got?
Damn it. Okay, it's gonna be. You know what? Screw it. It's gonna be hot tamales.
Incorrect, Thomas.
Damn.
Jerry, what do you got for Texas?
I'm going off of Michael and Alex, and I'm going Sour Patch Kids.
Incorrect.
No.
Yes.
That's what I would have guessed too, but Michael, it's your turn. We only have three options.
Wait, 3.
Yep. There's only 3 options left because we had Kisses, we had Reese's Cups, we had M&M's, we had Hershey's Mini Bar, and we had Skittles.
It's got to be Which one did you say, Thomas? Or Jared? Who went?
I
I
said
said Sour Patch.
Yeah, I said Sour
got
Patch.
it.
And I said Skittles.
It's got to be Starburst then, right?
It is Starburst.
Yeah.
I've never seen one Texas eat a Starburst.
Dude, Starburst.
Dude,
they have the
Josh
big
ate them by the bags, dude. You don't remember
Jared,
that?
you like
Josh doesn't count.
He got bags of the single color, the pink ones.
Yeah, but he has
ones.
bags of M&Ms and Skittles too. He's all states.
So the question is, which one is Hot Tamales go to?
Minnesota.
We'll get to that.
New York.
Who in Earth? Okay, one. How does Minnesota or New York know what the hell a tamale is? Because what?
That's what I'm saying here. This doesn't fit.
Before we get to that,
as a Southerner and a half Mexican, that is our culture, sir.
Yeah, but it's from white people, so
it doesn't matter. So is no, you're right. Never mind.
Before we get to that, we got to go back to Starburst real fast. Starbursts are great. I'm real surprised Jared didn't get Starburst because I think he loves them. What's your favorite flavor?
Pink.
Pink is correct.
Either red or pink.
Unless
we're going wacky
they're
tropical.
so good. They got their own pack.
Unless we go wacky tropical, there's some really good ones in there.
Wacky tropical is good.
What's the worst?
Orange.
Yellow.
Orange is the worst flavor of anything.
No, orange is delicious.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Yellow. I can't even eat the yellow ones.
There's a reason why nobody eats the yellow. That's why they're always left.
I think, okay, Jared, it's your turn. Minnesota, what you got?
Hot tamales.
Hot tamales is correct.
They crave that heat.
Actual tamales are pretty popular in the upper central area of, I guess the Rust Belt, you would call it. They're pretty popular up there.
Why do they insist on stealing our culture? Why?
So I guess no one gets the point for New York since there's only one option left. But New York's favorite candy is Sour Patch Kids.
Who would have guessed that?
Yeah, I don't know. It seems kind of.
I would guess M&M's.
Yeah, or
Sour
Hershey's.
Patch Kids. I would have thought Texas or California.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah,
it seems like a California candy.
I want to all those gamers.
I want to see the graph comparison of how much these are higher than the other candies in the States. How much higher are Sour Patch Kids in New York than M&M's or Reese's Cups?
I'm shocked by New Mexico and a little let down by my own people.
What do they like again?
Hershey's mini bars. Hershey minis.
That's so weird.
They like chocolate here. I'll say that.
Yeah, but who goes for a Hershey's minis?
Okay, so we got a second page.
Okay, time to redeem myself.
Yes, but it's Michael's turn first. So we're gonna go to Arkansas, Arkansas. What do you think they like over in Razorback territory?
Oh my God, I know nothing about Arkansas.
They don't like to be called Arkansas. I know that.
I can imagine.
And yet you did it. And now our fans will hate you.
Let me glance down.
They need to spell it a different way then.
No, I can't say that belongs there. We're gonna go. We're gonna go a blow pop. Go blow pop for Arkansas.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
Thomas, what do you got for Arkansas?
Arkansas. Lemon heads.
Incorrect. Jared, Arkansas.
Arkansas is going to be Tootsie Pops.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
No pop.
So for this one, I'm actually not going to give you the answer right away. We're going to go to the next state first, and that's Connecticut. Michael, again, what do you got for Connecticut? Or not? Let's go, Thomas. Connecticut.
Go with Jolly Ranchers.
Incorrect. Jared, Connecticut.
Connecticut. I'm gonna go with Swedish Fish.
Incorrect. Michael, Connecticut.
Connecticut seems boring, so I'm gonna say Almond Joy.
That is correct.
Dang, called them out, dude.
Wow.
Dude. What a call out, dude. Man, you just shamed them.
That is such a Connecticut candy, man.
Oh, man.
It just seems to go Almond Joy.
It's just like, it's giving Almond Joy.
The disrespect in that answer.
Bunch of yuppies up there.
This is a boring candy for a boring place. There you go.
I've never been to Connecticut. I apologize, Connecticut. I don't understand.
No,
stick with it.
Yeah. Stick with it.
You got to show dominance.
Yeah. They walk right over you.
Jared, your next guess is for Georgia.
Georgia.
I got one.
I'm gonna actually go with Jolly Ranchers.
Incorrect.
Oh.
Michael. Georgia.
Georgia seems like a Tootsie Pop place.
Incorrect.
Dang.
Thomas.
I'm gonna
Georgia.
go with Butterfinger.
Incorrect.
What?
So you guys do not. Georgia stumped you guys. Next, we're going to Indiana.
Well, it couldn't be Lemon Heads because they're all about peaches. So I was like, they can't.
Indiana, Michael, your turn to go first this time.
Indiana seems just like a kind of run of the mill. They just go with the brand. They're a Snickers place.
That is correct.
He is calling out states.
He's got the boring states down. But Snickers, man, king of candies. You can't beat
Snickers are great.
You can't beat them.
No.
With your fist, can you make like Snickers pudding?
I got this s'mores one the other day. It was amazing.
Peanut butter. Butterfinger ice cream. It's amazing.
No, better than Snickers ice cream?
Yeah,
No.
better than Snickers ice cream.
Dang.
I don't know. That's a strong claim.
That seems like blasphemy.
Well, too bad.
Thomas, we are going to Louisiana next. What do you think they like down in the bayou?
I'm gonna go with Butterfinger.
Incorrect. Jared, Louisiana.
It's got to be Lemon Heads.
Lemon Heads is correct.
Dang.
How did you know that?
I knew it.
I just knew it.
Don't ask me questions.
Google's not on my other monitor right now.
Well, Jared, your reward is to pick what South Dakota likes.
South Dakota. It's got to be one of the pops. I'm gonna go with the Tootsie Pop.
Incorrect.
No.
Michael, South Dakota.
South Dakota. I don't know. South Dakota seems like a place where they enjoy a little Jolly Rancher.
That is correct. I don't know
Every time he says
Lord.
So all you gotta do when you do these trivia things, you gotta be like, I don't know about them, but they seem.
I don't know how you got that.
I don't
Ranch,
either.
I guess ranch.
I looked at Tennessee and West Virginia, and I didn't see Jolly Rancher coming at me. But South Dakota, I was like, I see it.
Okay, let's go to Tennessee next, Michael, and you get the pick.
Oh gosh, Tennessee. What do we have left? We still got the Pops left.
We got the Pops left.
I don't know if Tennessee's a pop place though. You know, Tennessee seems a little more fun than Pops, and Pops are very boring and one of the worst candy in my opinion.
What?
With Tennessee, we're gonna go Butterfingers though.
Incorrect.
Dang it.
Thomas, what do you got for Tennessee?
See, what do we got? We have not almond joy. We have Blow Pops, Tootsie Pops, Swedish Fish, Jolly Rancher, right? That's what we have
No,
left?
Jolly
No,
Ranchers is
That's
off
South
the.
Dakota.
So Tootsie Pop, Swedish Fish, Blow Pop, and Butterfinger. But he already guessed Butterfinger.
I just guessed Butterfinger.
So I'm gonna
took the
go
bullet for
with a Swedish Fish.
Incorrect. Jared, what do you got for Tennessee?
I said it like
Tootsie
3
Pop or
times.
Blow
I'm gonna
Pops?
say Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop is correct.
Gosh, come on, Tennessee.
You hate Tootsie Pops?
Yeah, the Blow Pops and Tootsie Pops, like that's just bottom of the
I
barrel.
will never buy them, but when I eat them, I like them.
It's just
Okay,
but
quick
it's bottom of the barrel. Like it's not like what you're gonna grab.
Quick sidebar here. So I was on a very long service the other day where we didn't get to eat, and so we were at a hospital, and in the hospital they had like a bunch of candy for like the kids, and so I took like 10 Tootsie Pops, and that's the only thing I ate for like 14 hours.
That sounds awful.
You know what?
It was terrible.
Pops, Tootsie Pops, Blow Pops, those are always things that reward you for going to things that are boring, like a bank or like
True.
a haircut. That's what I associate them with.
You find
But
haircuts boring?
You're very wrong. Wait,
No, when you're older, they're fun, but
Okay.
as a
Okay.
kid,
It's just Jared's turn, right?
no, I just went.
No
Oh,
idea.
you just went. So
Me?
Michael's turn. West Virginia.
no, it's my turn.
It's your turn.
I have no
My
idea.
turn.
Yeah, because I did
Wait.
Butterfinger first. Yeah, it's
Oh,
Tennessee.
yeah.
I thought you did Tennessee, Thomas.
No, I
that
didn't.
was
Oh, okay.
Jared.
Okay, Thomas, go ahead for West Virginia.
I'm gonna go with Blow Pops.
Blow Pops is correct.
There you go. I had to get one out of like all these.
So we got 2 left. We're going back to the top at Arkansas. And it is Jared's turn. What do you got for Arkansas?
Is it not Michael's turn?
No, because Thomas just went.
Oh, okay. What's left? Swedish fish and
lemon heads, right?
No,
lemon heads.
Did we do lemon heads? I lost
We did lemon heads.
What's the other one?
Swedish and Tootsie Pops, I think.
We did Almond Joy, Snickers, lemon heads, Jolly Rancher, Tootsie Pops, and Blow Pops.
Oh.
Jared. I don't know. The Swedish fish.
Incorrect. Go to Michael for the win.
In Arkansas?
Yeah.
And
you only have one other choice.
You got one choice.
I don't. You said both pops have been taken?
Yeah.
Both pops are taken.
What is the other choice?
Wait, Butterfinger.
Yes.
Yeah, Butterfinger
is correct.
Okay, I was betting a southern state because like
Butterfinger.
Yeah. Butterfinger's very southern, I guess.
I thought Reese's was actually going to be. Wait, never mind. That was last page. Forget me. Ignore me.
So Georgia was the only state you guys didn't get to guess, and that was Swedish
fish. Really?
Georgia?
Yeah.
Very weird.
And Michael is the Halloween candy king. He's got 6 points, and Jared and Thomas had 3, so half of it. So there you go, Michael. What is your favorite candy, Halloween candy?
It's hard to say no to Reese's Cups, man. Like Reese's are so good to me, but
even those mini ones,
all of them, all like the Halloween shaped weird ones, the Christmas shaped weird ones. Other question is, I have for you guys: where do you all stand on candy corn?
Candy corn is terrible. Let's just get that out of the way,
Thomas.
It's wax.
I mean, it's okay. Like, it's fine. The weirdest candy corn experience I ever had, and was when I was working at a hardware store with Jared, and this guy buys some candy corn, comes back after he's eaten half the bag, goes like, "This tastes artificial. Can I just like trade it in?" And we all kind of like looked at him like,
"We just plucked that from the bush outside."
Yeah, it's like, are you really that stupid, or are you just like messing with us? Because like, surely you can't be that stupid.
Jared?
I mean, it's all right. Like if it's in the little bowl on the table, I'll eat some. But that's about it.
Sorry, I was looking at poundage. That is a lot of Reese's Cup and Butterfingers. When I was a kid, like up until like 26, I hated candy corn, but now I'll eat it.
Okay.
Candy corn's got a lot of third and second places.
That's weird. Yeah.
Saltwater taffy. What are you doing down there, Tennessee? It's in West Virginia, in Washington. That's a very old school candy. I wouldn't expect that. Kit Kats there in Illinois. Hey. Any state you guys want to see? Or...
Where does Hawaii stand on candy?
Hawaii?
Yeah. What is
Hershey? Oh, you just passed.
Hershey mini bars, so like New Mexico.
Skittles and Butterfinger.
Skittles second and Butterfinger.
Okay.
Wait,
but it's Pennsylvania.
Where is it?
Right
PA?
there.
Hershey, of course.
What's with these minis?
They like the mini bars, man.
Because it's Halloween candy. It's not.
That's true.
Full size. Texas. Where's that? Starburst, Reese's.
I knew Reese's had to be in there.
I'm sorry. Look at Oklahoma. Skittles, disgusting. Double bubble gum. That's not even a candy.
Double bubble gum. Why?
Let's see what. Who did Michael call boring? Connecticut. What else we got?
Milky Way.
Almond Joy's Milky Way.
God, they are so like basic.
They are so just like white up there.
Okay, so like Arizona says tamales is second there though. So
yeah.
I mean that makes sense.
The spicy. Where's New Mexico?
Sorry to check on my beans.
They don't even have hot tamales. New York
Jolly Ranchers, really?
Yeah. I can see that.
I went on a massive kick of Jolly Ranchers.
And they like candy corn there, Joseph. What are you talking about?
It's terrible.
They're poor. They can't afford anything else.
Is that how like the meth heads like well, we have to have something.
What were we talking about? Jolly Ranchers? Watermelon. I like Jolly Ranchers.
Those are good.
That's true.
And Sour Patch Kids, I love Sour Patch Kids. The thing is, you can't eat too many at one time.
I like the straws more.
And you were right, it is unpleasant.
It hurts your mouth. Your mouth hurts after a while. And if you've ever had the watermelon ones, those are fantastic.
They are.
What's the worst candy you guys can think of? I mean, I hate Butterfingers and Skittles just because it sticks to your teeth.
That is
gummy or jelly beans.
What?
You hate them?
I hate jelly beans.
Wait.
Real? What?
What about Starburst jelly beans?
Well, that's not fair.
Those are from another planet and they're amazing.
Those are pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. You made me eat those one time.
They were so amazing.
I've had some weird jelly beans. Like, okay, it's weird. I like black licorice, so I like the black licorice jelly beans.
That's not candy though. That's just like
it is candy. That's like some of the oldest candy that there is.
That's like old people trying to stay alive with an extreme taste.
With witchcraft.
That's like the candy version of coffee. It's like some people are like, that's
the thing. My favorite candy is licorice. Like black licorice from like Australia. Like,
and that's what's wrong with you.
That's true. Probably true. I mean,
what's the best old people candy?
Oh, freaking World's Originals.
No.
Yes.
Charleston Chew.
Okay.
Let's get Chris in here.
After I actually tried them, you know those candies that are wrapped in like strawberry? They look like strawberries.
Oh, those are really good.
Oh, those are good.
Really good. It's a good.
I like the what are they called? The butter. What are they called?
Butterscotch.
What am I thinking? Butterscotch. I like butterscotch.
I like butterscotch a lot.
I like the the orange, the chocolate orange. You had those?
Oh, those are pretty good.
Oh.
We must be thinking of different things because the thing I'm thinking of is awful.
Yeah.
Probably because the thing Thomas is talking about is pretty good.
It's like fantastic, but they're always expensive. They're like $10 a piece.
Jeez.
Because it's.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, you can comes in a ball, and you can literally peel the chocolate orange part, and it's like.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Those are pretty good.
You guys
I've ever had those
Cadbury eggs?
I love Cadbury eggs.
Are those like the Easter eggs that are like Whoppers?
No.
It seems like it's.
I don't know what a Cadbury egg is. Then
it's too much effort. All right, like I'm sorry, but
it's chocolate and it has cream in it.
How do you
it's too much.
All that.
It'll
probably come up. Cadbury.
CADBEER or EERY.
Eggs. Oh, it is. I did not spell it right. Cadbury eggs.
Should we just devolve this into should we just devolve this into a tier list?
I think I've had any Cadbury eggs.
No. Nope. Let's go over to the box office. So, The Nun 2 holding strong, and this was probably the worst box office weekend of the year.
Yeah, since COVID.
Yeah.
Did you see the numbers of The Nun 1? I watched a video that was talking about it. Ridiculous.
Really?
Its opening was I forgot. Let me look it up, but it was like a stupid number for that movie.
The terrible week. The Nun 2 was the king. Expendables 4 came out and just laid an egg. What are they thinking with this movie?
Those should be good.
The whole point of Expendables is seeing old action stars. Now we have 50 Cent and Megan Fox. Those aren't action stars. If you want to save the Expendables franchise, here's what you do. You get Wesley Snipes and you get Nicolas Cage as the man in the chair, and you just have Wesley Snipes go on a revenge tale. So
there you go.
That's how you fix the Expendables.
You're welcome.
You're welcome, Hollywood. Haunting in Venice, 3rd, Equalizer 3, 4th, Barbie, still in the top 5, 3.2. It's the movie that cannot be killed. All right.
We must try.
So it's that time again where we share our watch list. So who wants to go first this time? Any volunteers? Oh, I'll go first because I don't have a watch list really. I didn't really watch anything.
Wow.
So we finished. Let me get my notes because I have it somewhere. We finished the last season of the original series of Star Trek. So we watched the whole series, and I made a little top 5 list of the original series episodes. So I did this real fast. If I probably need to think about it more if I do like a top 10 list, but I got top 7. I got the 7. I might do 20. I don't know. But this is just my gut reaction. Number
of the OG series?
Yeah, original series. So number 1 from the first season, we have Balance of Terror. This is just an amazing episode of TV. Basically, it's Wrath of Khan on TV. It's the first one with the Vulcans. Basically, they attack the Federation, and Kirk's got to hunt them down before they get to the neutral zone, and it's just awesome. Just an awesome episode. Number 2,
good episode
from the second season is the Doomsday Machine. So there's a giant worm-looking thing that eats planets. Kirk gets separated from the crew because Kirk always gets separated from the crew.
And somehow slightly shirtless.
They have a crazy Commodore that's in charge of the ship. So Spock's got to deal with this guy. He's got like post-stress.
It's like PTSD, yeah.
Yeah. He's
by crazy. Dealing with him, he goes.
Yeah. So I really like that episode. Number 3 from the second season is Journey to Babel. So on this
one,
I like this one. So Sarek is introduced. That's Spock's dad, played by the Romulan from Balance of Terror.
Did that kind of throw you off a little bit when he showed up as the Romulan? He's just like, oh. So
no, I was like, that's Spock's dad. What I forgot to mention in that one is they've never seen the Romulans. They fought a whole war with them, and they never saw their faces. So that was the first time, and they're like, they look at Spock, and it's like, what's going on here?
Why does he look like GoDaddy?
But the actor that plays Sarek, that guy was meant to play a Vulcan, man. That guy's really good at it. The eyebrows, on this one, the Enterprise is shuttling a bunch of ambassadors to a meeting, and then there's a murder, so they got to solve the murder.
That is actually a really good one.
And then they met Agatha Christie up there.
So number 4, we have Space Seed from the first season. This is the one that introduces Khan.
The Botany Bay.
Yeah, they find the Botany Bay. They defrost Khan, and he's like all suave, seducing.
Is he still played by Ricardo?
Oh yeah.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
He's suave, man.
Oh,
Does he still have the chest?
No.
He doesn't quite have that chest yet.
Oh, okay.
But it's cool because he takes over the ship because he seduces this lieutenant or whatever she is. It's just a really cool episode. I mean, it's probably not as high if it wasn't for Wrath of Khan, but just tying those two together just makes it a great episode. Number 5 from the first season, I have Devil in the Dark. So on this one, they beam down to this mining colony, and there's an evil rock monster.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, and he's like,
oh, is that the one where they like shoot it and it like glows?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So this one was really cool. I like this one. And then Spock does a mind meld on rock.
Yeah, the rock
somehow works.
And then Kirk was like, rock on.
So number 6, I kind of debate about this one. It's from the first city. It's probably one of the most famous treks ever. The City on the Edge of Forever. I hate the episodes where they go back in time or they like meet a Earth-like planet. I hate those episodes. They're like the freaking holodeck episode.
The gangster planet.
Yeah.
Nothing's worse than the holodeck, dude.
They're like the holodeck episodes, but this one
they get somehow some society gets Nazi propaganda, so they're the Nazi planet.
Yeah. Terrible. So this one is all about the ending. Kirk falls in love with this social worker who's like a saint.
Oh, is this the one written by what's his face?
Harlan Ellison.
Yeah.
But if he lets her live, the world goes downhill. So he's got to make a decision about love or duty. So it's all about that ending. The ending's great. And then at 7, of course, you got to have Arena from the first season. This is basically Darmok on the first season.
Except Kirk makes a cannon.
Yeah, Kirk uses his mind to blow the alien up instead of Picard befriending the alien.
That's one of my favorites. Like, surely he can like craft some weapon. And I'm thinking like bow and arrow, axe. No, cannon.
Is this the one with the Gorn?
Yes, this is the Gorn. If you haven't seen Star Trek, you've probably seen the big lizard man with the rock, and like Kirk throws a rock at him, and that's probably where you've seen that. But the original series, I love Kirk. First season is fantastic. Second season's good. Third season is a lot of hit and misses.
There's a reason for that though, because that's when like everything started going wrong.
Joseph Thomas.
There's still good episodes there's still good episodes in the third one, but the first two are by far better.
Have you guys ever seen the animated series?
I have not.
Is that any good?
It's all right. I mean, if you're like a big Trekkie, like it's worth a watch because there's a lot of like weird stuff that they kind of introduce later on.
I remember like Adult Swim always showing it. And I was like, I don't feel like it.
And I'm sorry, Joseph, you didn't have trouble with triples in there. What the hell, man? That's like that's one of my favorite episodes.
Is it a great episode though?
It's hilarious. It's so funny.
It is a good episode. It probably would make my top 10, but it's probably the first episode of Star Trek I ever saw of the original series. I
think that's the same with me too.
I think that's the one the parents just show you. They're like, "Hey, look at Star Trek." Okay, fuzzy stuff. All right.
I do love when Worf gets one. He's like, "Keep that away from me."
Yeah,
I like when Worf gets taken out by space barrels because
Klingons and Tribbles are natural enemies.
They have no honor.
They have no honor.
They're very honorless. Just having babies everywhere.
Michael's just over there like complete glass.
I was making scheduling plans for volleyball
Michael,
this week.
You can go next since I.
Like we're basically speaking Klingon right now.
Guess what, everyone? We're going down Doctor Whoville, okay? So now we're going to talk about every episode of Doctor Who from beginning to end.
I could do like 4 seasons of that.
I can do 1 season.
That's true.
I did actually watch a little bit of Doctor Who. Johnny's girlfriend Ari is going through the series, and we watched the finale, the last 2 episodes of season 1 with Matt Smith, which is one of my favorite season finales with the Pandora's Box. So good. Anyway, my actual watch list. Oh, and the new trailer for Doctor Who episode coming, the first special coming. They haven't said yet, and I want to know. Really, really good.
I've actually seen that trailer.
It was really, really good.
I
didn't know what was going on, but I saw it.
I love David Tennant as an actor. Did not like his Doctor Who stuff.
Wow.
That's where I stopped. I was like, no.
Wow.
Right after Eccleston.
Yeah.
My watch list contains 1 movie, 1 book, and TV show. So
do it.
We're going multimedia today. First movie I watched, going with Thomas didn't bring his movie, even though he said he was going to. For me to
you never got in contact with me.
Yeah, that's on you, buddy.
Does that mean he loses a turn?
Michael, you have to go to the rental store to get the movie.
Go to the rental.
It doesn't deliver.
I gotta go check it out of the shelf.
You have to be pre-approved for a membership. I have to get yours laminated, and
you need a
background check.
It's a.
I should actually.
So be warned, Michael.
Now, so the other spooky movie I watched this season, which I'd never seen, didn't know anything really about except for that Christian Bale was in it, was American Psycho.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Such a dumb movie. God, such a dumb movie. I did not know what to expect going to this movie. I was like, and I kind of looked up some like what interpretations of what it's supposed to be doing, and it just seemed really preachy. And I was like,
it's a movie of its time.
Like this, it's not a fan. Not a fan. Very pointed, very awkward. The card scene, as I talked about with Johnny, was amazing though. Like them comparing their cards, that was hilarious. Like he gets all pissed because the guy has engraved like whatever border lines.
I love the ending.
The ending, help me out here.
Where you start shooting everybody?
It's already going out of my brain.
We start shooting everybody?
Oh, like the fake ending in his head or whatever? Or was it in his head?
Yeah,
It was very. I guess back then it may have been original, but it just seemed kind of typical, and I don't know. It was a weird.
What about his whole talk about Huey Lewis in the news?
I did love all of that. I loved whenever he'd go off on the band before, like he's like, and you know this about this, and they like this, and then the first song.
No, the best part of that though is, hey Paul,
hey Paul. But yeah, I don't know. The movie was real dumb movie.
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to stick up for that movie.
I mean, I didn't have a terrible time watching it.
Yeah,
but it was not what I expected, and it was.
I would not expect you to like that movie.
Yeah.
It's real. It's just.
I really like that movie. I really do.
Why do you really like that movie?
Mostly because it can be memed to death. Because I love the one where he has that.
So you must love the Barbie movie, Tom.
No. Go ahead.
I have been enjoying the one with the why can't I, you
stupid bastard? Why isn't it possible? But I love the one where he's walking in with his headphones. He's like all intense, and then like everybody like puts like any kind of like music genre. It's like me walking in intensely, and then exactly. So I don't know. It's one of those things where I watched it when I was like 15 years old, and that's kind of when I started getting into like cinema, being all pretentious and crap. But it didn't have a conventional ending, and it wasn't a conventional story, so it was very enjoyable, especially back then. And I love that. I'm sorry, but can you guys tone it down? I'm trying to do drugs here. All right.
In my headcanon, that character just is reprised in The Big Short.
Yeah.
That's just him, but just like gone to sea a little bit and tired.
He's moved on.
He's found Buddha.
No, he found metal is what he found.
Exactly.
Yeah, he gets his wiggles out other ways. So yeah, interesting. Not a fan. Moving on. Book wise, I've been re-listening to The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini because he is revisiting the story with a upcoming novel in November, kind of post everything with another character. So
it's going to be Murtagh, right?
Murtagh, yep. Book is called Murtagh. Very interested to see where they go with this. Yeah, he's a great character.
That's probably my favorite character, actually.
I started re-listening to this back in July. I listened to the first book within like a week, and then we got really busy at work and removed a bunch of stuff. And also I found the second book. I remembered it being slow, but it is very slow.
Yeah.
Like the first one is very like, it's just for an adventure book and kind of getting introduced to a world. The pace is great. You're always interested in what's going on. Everything's super. This kid was like in his teens as these books are coming out, which means he wrote them in his early teens and made this whole world. It's incredible. Like the actual like process and how much went into this. I'm like, that's crazy. Did you graduate high school? I don't know. When would he have time? But anyway,
guessing is homeschooled.
So
right,
he actually was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, he lived in like the country, I think. But anyway, yeah, still really good. Love the characters. Characters are so good. His writing is really good. Interested to see. There are points where I'm like, oh, I thought this was earlier on. Oh, I thought this because I started the third one and there's a scene with, I'll just say the trial of the long knives. I thought was in the second book. It wasn't until the third book. So all my memories of this are kind of discombobulated, but enjoying it so far. So I'm excited. I cannot wait for him to go back to it. So November's exciting. Then just before we started this, I finished season 3 of the Superfan Office.
Oh yeah.
Season that I've been watching.
Oh, the Superfan cut.
The extended versions of The Office season 3. I just finished. That finale I started it. I was like, oh, I'll have plenty of time. I'll make my lunches for the week. I'll be ready for the podcast. I started it at 5:20. I finished at 6:30 or 6:29. I was like, oh my God, that episode went a long time.
What is that? How does that end?
That's the one where it's all about the interview. So Michael's interviewing for the job to leave the thing.
I did like that one.
Jan gets back with him and has a boob job, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" and it's like, so that's the one where it ends, and Jim finally comes in, and it's such a. Every time I rewatch this, I don't know how you guys feel about Pam and Jim's relationship, but I just like it hits me harder in the heart every time. And it's like watching it this time, and whenever Pam's interviewing, and then Jim comes in, he's like, "Hey, you free for dinner tonight?" She's like, Yeah, because she's just talking about. She's like, yeah, I understand. Like, I can't wait to find a Karen, like my Karen somewhere, but guy, I'm not gay. And he's like, dinner night. And she's like, yeah. He's like, it's a date then. And she just kind of like smiles and tears up. And I'm just like,
yeah,
go on, guys.
I liked them until about season 4. The thing is, though, I like Jim more after he gets into a relationship. I don't like him in the first part of the season, the series.
I've heard a lot of people say
Jim
that
the whole time.
I remember liking Jim the whole time, but even in the Superfan episodes, I don't know if there's more to it than that, because I feel like I don't remember if these scenes are in the original or not. I've only seen the original twice, or like the shortened versions, but they do play a lot more in the Superfan episodes of Jim's kind of like, because like the first season, he's all in on pranks and everything. Then like I feel like they delve more into these extra scenes of him being like, yeah, that was really childish, and I really, it was kind of bad. I've enjoyed it,
but that's why I like them, like Jim more in the later seasons, like him and Dwight in the later seasons. That's some of my favorite stuff, especially when they get the bazooka. That is hilarious.
Oh yeah,
I love that part, and especially when they take over, it's like, it is your birthday. It's like, that is just a statement of fact. Like, what is wrong with you?
But yeah, so
I was watching that one where they hire that Asian actor to be Jim.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
Good on you. Good on you. You didn't see color.
You didn't see race, yeah. So good.
And he looks at the picture and he's like,
that show just has that special sauce that I don't understand. I'm like, why is this so it just hits home somewhere, and I don't understand why or how, but so good.
Never seen that show all the way through.
You should give it a watch sometime.
I've only seen
Parks and Rec.
back and forth.
I don't know about better than Parks and Rec.
I loved Parks and Rec when it came out.
Such different shows.
With Parks, the first season is almost unwatchable, and then it's just good.
Once they get rid of that one guy.
You're right, exactly. And then with The Office, they kind of have this weird like stumbling like step after Steve Carell left. And then it gets good again, but it took a while to get back on track. I guess it's
because I can't stand Leslie.
I forget you can't stand Leslie. I feel like The Office is all about like the characters and the growth. Like Parks is much more of just like situational comedy. Like there's no real character development in Parks. They're all kind of the same. I mean, I'd say the most is actually Chris Pratt's character, because he kind of like becomes more of like a human and not a piece of trash. But The Office is all like, everyone is so different from the beginning of The Office. Everyone changes and grows, and there's such complex scenarios.
Except for Ryan, I hate
True, Ryan always sucks. From the beginning to end. Him and Kelly both.
Yeah, him and Kelly is terrible.
Just get him out of here, man.
Which I think is funny, because I like I forgot her name. Who's the woman that plays Kelly Kapoor? What's her name? Mindy something.
I don't know.
Yeah, and then BJ Novak. They're like the writers.
Yeah, BJ Novak like writes most of the shows.
So I love BJ Novak.
He has the worst character.
Right. The thing is, I love BJ Novak. Like, I think he's hilarious. I cannot stand Mindy. Like, I just like everything else she's done besides The Office.
I feel like it's just more Kelly or whatever she does.
Right. Exactly. I'm just like. I'm like, I hate this. I hate everything you're doing.
It was in this episode.
And in Parks and Rec, I like everyone except for Wesley. Leslie, I don't like him.
Can't even get her name right.
I know.
Wesley Snipes. But in this episode was the one where Pam's like, I realized today Kelly and I have nothing in common, and I need friends.
Okay. You want to hear a fun fact about The Office and Parks? So, do you know who the creator of Parks and Rec is?
Not by heart, no.
Michael Schur. Do you know who Michael Schur plays in The Office?
Oh, is that no, I don't.
It's Mose.
Really? I think I have
that's the creator of Brooklyn Nine-Nine and Parks and Rec is Mose.
Mose is hilarious.
I love Mose.
Yeah.
When he gets the cars.
Yeah. When he's parking cars.
But yeah, that's all I watched.
I like Michael and Pam together too.
Michael and Pam?
I like it. Yeah, I like how Pam tries to help him out.
Yeah, I love Pam's dynamic with everyone, where she like kind of becomes Dwight's friend, or like in this episode where Dwight's like, you're gonna be the secret assistant to the regional manager.
And
so she's just like, everyone quiet, Dwight's talking. And he's like, so dumb.
Well, I do like when Dwight gets the head bashing, and he's completely different. He's like so nice to Pam.
I
He's
know,
like,
she has a concussion.
I'm gonna miss you, Dwight. He's like, I'm not going anywhere. It's like, no, you are.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Start off with YouTube. I wanted to shout out In Praise of Shadows. He does a lot of good like horror.
I've seen some
analyzing horror. His most recent video was about Carrie. Really good stuff from that guy.
He's the one who did the painter, right? That one painter that does like really creepy stuff.
I know what you're talking about, but I'm not sure if he might have done it.
Okay.
And then I don't know how do you say the name? You know that drummer we follow on like Instagram, Michael?
Talking about
the guy that goes like he's always like super fast and like it's just like insane.
Beard or the guy that plays for the Chainsmokers? Oh, that guy.
No,
okay. The beard guy. Yeah.
I don't know how to say it. It's
I have no idea what his name is. I've never actually paid attention.
I have no idea, but I'll let Michael look it up. Maybe he knows how to.
I'll try and find
how to say it.
You said that thing to me. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but it's just every new video is like, geez. I don't even know how you do. Like, I don't know how you get that good. And then one more. See if I can find it real fast.
Oh, there's no way I'm going to say this right. El Este Barrio Siberiano.
Yeah,
perfect.
That is
spot on.
That is close enough. Holy!
But he's an insane drummer, and I love watching his videos.
He's so fun. Yeah.
And then the ones where he's just like smoking and drinking as he's playing drums. And then a guitarist called Paul Davids. He does a lot of cool videos about like songs, certain guitar songs, and like how most people hear it and try to play the song. And then he's like, that's a little off. And then he kind of like fine tunes it to what it probably should or is from the artist. And I don't know, being a guitarist, those videos are very engaging. That's all I have for YouTube. I started watching the Halloween sequel reboot movies. So like the ones that came out in 2018.
It's like a Halloween series, like a Halloween sequel series, right?
Yeah.
Is how they say it now.
I have no idea. I don't that that timeline is so
Jamie Lee Curtis's.
Yeah. Not that I was never the biggest Halloween fan, like the originals.
The original, like the first one is like
it's kind of super slow in the beginning, and I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of it.
Did you like the new one, like the first new one?
Yeah. So the one I just watched, the first one in the trilogy is really good. These podcasters go to meet Michael for their crime podcast, that side of the podcasting universe.
Those people.
And then Michael just like he finds them and they're just gone. But no, that's really good. It's a lot more brutal than like the original series. I was surprised by some of the deaths. And it seemed like Michael was just like being in the psych ward for that long. He was like itching to kill somebody.
That babysitter death was like shocking to me. I was like, wow, what? She's like my favorite character too, to be honest.
The kid was funny. The one that she's babysitting.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty funny. And then I like the weird like focus they have on knives in this movie because his main weapon is a knife.
Mm-hmm.
This lady's like making a sandwich with like I don't know why she has like this like
the butcher knife,
the chef's knife,
cleaver.
But she cuts the sandwich,
butter knife or something,
puts it down. Michael's like, ooh, grabs it, kills her, and then later on he's like outside like stalking this person, and she's like washing the knife. The babysitter, she's like washing the knife, and I wanted to see him where he's like in the window, like, ooh, that's a nice knife.
Did you like that? Did you like the oneer that they did? like the one shot thing?
I don't really pay attention to those. And nowadays it's like every movie does that, so I don't really care about those anymore. But no, I really want to watch the second one now. It was just taken off Tubi, so I was like, so I'll have to check it out next week. Probably on Prime. And then I watched Spiral. So Chris Rock's passion project of wanting to be in a Jigsaw movie.
Why Chris Rock?
Oh, I forgot about that movie.
Incredibly boring in the beginning. It's very dull in the beginning. It's like, and I can't take him seriously throughout the whole movie. It's like he's making this like real like it's basically like Carter's character from Rush Hour, because he's a cop. He's like, oh, I don't have partners. They die and they betray me, and it's pretty much that character. And like and he's like so serious, but it's Chris Rock, and it's impossible to take seriously. And then his dad is Samuel L. Jackson, which I never really take him seriously either. But this one in the series is probably way down there. You know, I watched the whole series not too long ago.
You're gonna have to watch another one. Another one's coming out
next month.
It does look good, actually, though.
What do you think about it?
I can't wait. It has like John Kramer alive, which it's
a reboot inside the series.
It's between 1 and 2.
Yeah,
when he's still like his health is declining from the cancer, and he's like getting mad at like doctors because they can't cure him, or they're like he doesn't have enough money, so he's like, oh, you value money over healing the people. So I can't wait. But Spiral did not need to be made. Can't take it seriously. The traps were pretty bad. They were dumb. Like, not one was like, because like you go to Saw for either like trying to piece together the absurd story or like the traps. The traps were boring. One lady dies by like hot wax falling on her face. And I was like, that's hot.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
House of Wax.
One guy's his fingies gets torn off, like each one.
His fingies.
But I was like, he'd live. I don't know. This movie is boring. And the other week, Johnny, he was like, "Hey, I'm watching Spiral. This is boring as heck." And I was like, "I know." I did not like it. It'd probably like bottom 3 of the series. And I mean, it doesn't. Oh, and this is what I wanted to bring up. So, you know, like Jigsaw, like the little puppet. It's not in this one because it's not John Kramer. It's just like a dude in a pig mask, like the lackeys usually are in the Saw franchise. And then the voice he uses is terrible. Like I love Tobin Bell. He's always like, "You like to play a game." It's like it's perfect for the role. And this guy it's like robotic. It sounds like just like a mom. He's like, "I want to play a game." It's so lame. It is the worst decision. I don't know why they went with it. I guess to like kind of like throw you off the case or who it is, because there's a mystery of who it is. And I don't know. That voice was terrible. Everything about this movie was terrible. It was, and then they like kind of leave it for a sequel. I was like, God, no! Don't let Chris Rock make another one. But yeah, I'm excited for Saw X. That's all I watched. So go ahead, Thomas.
So I did a bunch of reading and movie watching and TV watching, I guess. So I watched. So the Creator's coming out, right?
Yes.
And so for some reason, it's reminding me of that movie Elysium by Neil Blomkamp. I can't pronounce it. Blomkamp. I was like, I think I've seen that movie before, haven't I? And so I got it at Rouse Records for like $4 on Blu-ray. I wasted $4. This movie's terrible. This movie is like one of the worst written movies I've ever like seen, besides his other one, Chappie. That movie was terrible too. But it's like some guy read like like Karl Marx and decided to be like to have like an opinion about American politics, but be from South Africa. So it was terrible. Like
I always get that movie confused with the Tom Cruise one.
Edge of Tomorrow.
No, the one just
Oblivion.
Yeah,
Oblivion? Yeah. You get that one mixed up with Oblivion. Huh.
Yeah.
Got spaceships.
But yeah, this movie was terrible. Like everybody in it was terrible. Matt Damon. Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon, that'd be what have you done since The Outsiders? This is just a terrible movie. It's $4 I wasted. I'm thinking about going back and getting 50 cents for it because this is terrible.
That's a weird choice to buy that movie, Thomas.
Well, it was $4, so I was just like, okay, cool. It's almost as cheap as an Amazon rental or a Redbox rental almost. So
wasn't Matt Dillon the house that Jack built?
Yes.
That's what he's been doing, Thomas.
Terrifying, really good movies. Yeah. And then I watched for some reason 13 Hours. That was just on my recommend. Haven't seen that since. It is a good movie, and weirdly enough, it's got Jim and Roy from The Office. They're on the same team. I'm just like, oh, come on, you can't do anything. Like, come on, that's hilarious. Really good. Still kind of makes you angry though, because you know how everything went down. But very good movie. So my next one is because Hideo Kojima finally got into the Criterion closet.
Oh, I saw that, but I didn't watch it, but I saw it.
It's so awesome. Like the stuff that he recommends is great.
I hate Kojima. His whole Instagram is stuff that I like, but I did it first, but then he just takes it, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Kojima, your taste is amazing," and I'm like,
"He's watching you, man. He's watching you."
It's because he has money to afford all that stuff, Jared. Like
you, American weeb.
Really glad he finally got there because that's a big thing. But he had a movie there that I have in my collection, but I hadn't really seen in a long time. It's called High and Low by Akira Kurosawa. It's kind of different from a lot of its other stuff. It's not samurai based or anything else like that. It's just a neo-noir thriller. Very good. Very good. Highly recommend it. It's longer than I thought it was going to be, though. It's like 2.5 hours long.
What is it called?
High and Low. I have a physical copy, and I think it's on HBO right now. So it's very good. And then for some reason, I got onto a John Wayne kick. I watched Horse Soldiers, which is John Ford. Really good, really brutal movie. And then McClintock, which is kind of a comedy, kind of a drama. It's kind of sad how it ends, but I think it's really good. Then I've been watching more Psych. I'm on season 5. Season 4 is hilarious. Like I just watched the shark episode, and I don't think I've laughed that hard in a long time, but just it's mostly because like they're making Carlton lose his mind, and the fact that he's like employing psych techniques to solve a case, and it's hilarious. It's
you're in the golden era of Psych. Right
I know. I feel like we're like at the peak seasons. Psych, and it's just I can't wait for 5. Oh, like man. I love season 5. Season 5 is so good. But yeah, it's great. It's some weird what do you call it? The guy that plays Bobby in Supernatural. So him and the guy that played Carlton were in Deadwood together. Well, he's in the cowboy episode in this episode where he plays the bad guy, and him and Carlton have a showdown. I was just like, there's just more of them here. And then another person from Deadwood shows up in Psych.
And Carlton was Kane in Supernatural.
That's true. Like I forgot how many guest stars were on Psych, by the way. Like John Cena, everyone shows up. Psych, man. I just finished the one with Freddie Prinze Jr. and that one is hilarious, by the way. The UFO one. Go ahead,
Michael. Did you watch all of Supernatural?
I did watch all of Supernatural. Yes, I don't recommend it. Stop after season 4 or 3.
Just
or
impressed.
5? Is it 5?
5.
I lose track of when it actually ended.
That's when they were supposed to end it.
In season 11, one of the best episodes of the entire show is in there, but it's a standalone episode called Baby. Watch that episode.
There you go.
It's incredible.
And then I kind of went on a YouTube kick, like always do. Me and Jared actually watched a beer tier list.
By Moist Critical.
One of the worst lists I've ever seen in my life.
Critical? Is that what you just said?
He goes by 2 names, Moist Critical or Penguin Zero or something like that.
Those don't correlate.
Charlie is his real name. I don't
tell him to make up his mind.
It was the worst tier list I've ever seen in my entire life.
It was a young people's tier list.
It was terrible.
Young, stupid person's tier list.
Like,
okay,
white collared Trulies.
Michael,
pretty much.
What would you have you had a Bud Light Lime?
No.
Okay. Can you imagine it tasting good?
No.
Yeah, they put it S tier. Do you know what they also put in S tier?
Zima.
They didn't have.
They're not
Zima.
old, Joseph.
They put Corona in S tier.
Of course.
And I'm just like, you're stupid. Like you're stupid. You're stupid.
Miller Lite, Coors Light, put them all in there. S tier.
Okay, they had like the Miller Lite and the Bud Light, but they didn't have like Budweiser or actual Miller, or they didn't have any of the regular beers. It was all
they
light.
have like Shiner.
I like light.
They didn't have Shiner. They put Guinness in C tier. I'm like,
put Blue Moon.
Hey,
in,
they have a lot
C-tier.
of angry
yeah,
Scottish people.
they put Blue Moon in C tier. And they're like, this tastes like orange, right? I'm just like, no, you idiot. It doesn't taste like orange. You pair it with an orange. Oh my God, it made me so angry.
He was shaking.
I was shouting at the end of it. Yeah, like it was bad. It was so stupid. And they're like, oh, it's such a meme. I'm like, shut up. Just shut up. Anyway, that's my beer. Getting off of that. Sorry. I also watched this other channel called T-Rex Arms. It's a gun build channel, and they actually have a really cool video. They took this guy who's an airsofter from Japan, and they brought him. Yeah.
Well, I don't think you want to be known as that.
Hello, I'm Bill, the architect. I am Jim, the airsofter. Good to meet you. Sorry, that was a great description of a job occupation.
Well, he's a kid. He's like 15.
It's great. Oh man.
Anyway, they took him from Japan, brought him over here, and asked him like, "Hey, do you mind actually like running the same drills you run as an airsofter with real guns?" And turns out the dude is pretty freaking phenomenal. So,
hey, no,
just saying.
So did they do airsoft for him, or did he like shoot an actual gun?
No, it's an actual gun.
Oh, okay.
Are there nerfers in this as well?
No.
I'm a foamer.
It's no wonder I snap and kill you guys on the island. Like, really? It's just
Thomas.
inevitable.
You said the word airsofter.
It's not an uncommon word.
And their apprentices are airsofterers.
My junior airsoft.
Anyway. Christ. Swear to God. Anyway, I did some reading as well. I read a book called Ohio, the novel. It's by Stephen Markley.
They had to specify not the state, the novel.
Well, I mean, it's just Ohio. That's what it's called. Yeah, get it all out. Get it all out now.
I can't. Are you going to read a book called The Airsofter?
Douche.
How to be an airsofter for dummies.
Okay. Anyway, it's really good. Kind of a dark take on Middle America, and it's set in 2003 and 2013, I believe. It starts off with like the death of this one guy who was in Iraq, and then the whole novel is taking place over one night, and it's really good. It's really disturbing though, because a lot of it involves like kids and a lot of stuff that they get up to behind their parents' back, but it's really good. And then I became a Letterbox Pro, so joined that ranks,
dude. And then also, so you can, how I said you can have it to where it like tells you whenever you're
The movie you want to watch is on something?
Yeah, you can also like filter your watch list to things that are only on those services, which I found out this week. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Well, what I'm discovering is that it's not very user friendly because it's kind of like all hidden, and then you're like, huh, I can do that.
Yeah,
that's kind of cool. But yeah, it's kind of cool, and I don't mind supporting them because it's like $12 a month or something like that, or not a month,
$18 a year. Yeah,
a year. Yeah. So I mean, I'm happy about that. And then okay, so here's the t-shirt story. Never buy from a company called T Public ever.
I've heard of them.
Yeah, don't do it. Because I ordered a shirt from them and it got here, wrong shirt. I was like, oh, hey, appreciate it. So
Carhartt.
So the t-shirt that they gave me was the wrong one. So I emailed the service people. I'm like, hey, what's going on? No response for 3 days. I'm like, okay. So I tried their FAQ thing, their Insta chat thing. Nobody's there. And then I keep submitting like messages like, hey, what's going on? Hello? Is anybody there? And then I get a response like, oh yeah, you need to stop sending us emails because every time you send an email, your request gets put to the bottom of the pile. Every time I communicate. Doesn't even matter that I'm just like talking to them. Anytime I actually communicate with them, my response gets sent to the very bottom of the list. So after all this, after almost a week and a half of like, hey, what's going on? Oh, sorry about that. We'll send you a replacement. They charged me for a replacement. Again.
Good Lord.
Sounds as bad as HelloFresh.
And the thing is that they only have they don't have a hotline. They don't have no phone communication whatsoever. Their FAQ InstaChat is done through an email. So even though it says like, oh, InstaChat, no, it's going through an email server, not a chat server. And every time that you submit a chat, your request goes to the very back of the list again. So you have to make your way all the way up to even communicate the one email one time. So I've been charged twice for a shirt I haven't gotten yet. And their help desk is closed from 3 p.m. on Friday to tomorrow. So I've already been charged again. So I have no idea if I'm going to get my money back. So I'm out like $60 without even actually getting the shirt.
Like HelloFresh, they gave me a discount. They gave me an email and they're like, hey, you can get HelloFresh for half off. And I was like, okay, I might try it once. When I signed up and I got it, it was full price. And I was like, hey, you guys charged me full price. I had the whole like half off discount thing. And they're like, oh, okay, we can replace it. I was like, sweet. They charged me for that replacement.
Yeah.
And I was like, that doesn't make sense.
Now I'm out more money.
Can we like cancel that? And they're like, no, we can't. And I was like, okay, well, what do I do here? I don't want that.
Yeah.
And they're like, we can give you a free credit for your next one. I was like, but I want to stop completely. I don't want a next.
Yeah.
And it was just like miserable. And I was like,
yeah, if I can't get them to refund my money, I'm calling my credit card company and disputing the charge. Because I'm sorry, but I'm not going to pay for this. Like, I'm sorry. It's been almost 3 weeks since I ordered this shirt that I haven't gotten yet, that I've been charged twice. Like, screw you, T Public. Like,
what was this shirt?
It was the bear shirt, the original beef, but it's going to say the birth because it's the limited print. Yeah. So I was like, it's a cool shirt. Cool. Awesome. Great. But I haven't seen the shirt yet. Yay. So anyway.
I never buy clothes from the internet.
Yeah. I can't do the fit.
I used to like T Fury a lot, but at one time when I don't know what happened, they went completely silent for almost 6 months. Like no orders came out, no nothing. And apparently they had a massive like infighting or something in the company. So I haven't really ordered anything at all since like 2018.
Being a fat man buying clothes on the internet doesn't work.
I know. I mean, this one right here, I love this shirt, but it's still huge on me. So, but
all right. Was that all your watch list?
Yep, that's it.
Our list.
Except I did go shooting this week and I did very well. So
with that airsoft. I'm sorry.
with this, Joseph. This right here.
Your orange tip isn't on there.
Dang, he was waiting.
There you go.
You're gonna have to put an epilepsy warning on.
I know. Dang it,
Good.
Thomas.
Good. Weed out the week.
Starfield log supplemental.
Oh, true.
I did the cowboy quest. Went to the pirate quest. Dang, that's long.
Yeah. Never ends. No one shuts up.
Is the universe just themes?
And it makes you feel like you have to do it because like you'd be a jerk if you don't do it. So you're like, I gotta do this pirate quest. The only good part was the space battle. I like the space battle. That was fun. Space battle, I took like an all night to kill these 2 spaceships. They kept killing me, and then the next morning I woke up, did it in one try.
Classic gaming story.
Yeah, classic gaming. Did the Vanguard. I was a Vanguard. Did all these quests. Didn't have any powers. I had like 1 power. So now I'm getting powers because apparently you need powers because the bad guys told me, hey, you better get some powers because
gotta stock up, son.
Yeah. Let's go through the characters real fast. Sarah. It's like my default. She's always with me. I always forget to put a new person on. She's all right. Everyone has the problem Jared says where they get in your way. I point at something, they run right in front of me. I try to go through a door, they run right in front of me. It's very terrifying. Who's the next guy? Barrett loves to give me sandwiches. He's always giving me sandwiches, but he is bordering on Cars-like behavior, man.
Really, not Sam?
No, the guy is constantly like every time we land somewhere. Hey, I gotta talk to you. Hey, let's talk.
That's everyone, man.
I'm in the middle of a fight. Hey, take a break and let's talk.
Dude, when I'm in my pilot seat and Sam's daughter is in the ship, I'm rolling my eyes so hard. I love books. I love reading. You should give me a book. I get it, okay? We don't need 50 voice clips of this. Shut up.
Yeah, I kind of just ignored them. They always try to talk over like the stuff I'm trying to read and the cutscenes. Like, shut up. So Sam, I kind of ignored. He was with me on the whole cowboy quest, so oh well. The lady that Michael doesn't like, I forget her name, Andrea or something. Yeah. She, like he said, she's very needy. She's like, she's always whining about her past life. Oh, I had it really hard, and my character's like, yeah, you probably shouldn't feel sorry about yourself. And she's like, I know, but I feel really bad about it. But she's like the best fighter I found. She can kill the guys, so that's helpful. Vasco, I still haven't assigned him to my team. No? He's always in the lodge.
The only one
Is this what you feel like, Michael, when we talk about Star Trek? Because this is like, I'm glazing over here. I have no clue what's going on.
Here's something for you, Thomas. Mechs are illegal in this universe. You can't have a mech.
Stupid. I'm sorry. I don't want to live in that future.
They're classified as weapons of mass destruction, so you can't have.
And?
There's this funny thing. I was fighting a couple of funny things. I was fighting on the Cowboys, finished the Cowboy quest. And then I did all the other stuff. Came back. It must have been like months in my timeline. I walk into the building of that Hope Industries, and I immediately get shot at because I guess I left some enemies from that quest, and they immediately shot at me. You know how I've had troubles staying healthy.
In game or in real life?
In game.
Okay.
There was this boss fight. Everyone's shooting around me, but there's a bed behind me. So I can sleep during all the fighting.
Did you not know beds can heal you?
I didn't.
That's like a Bethesda thing.
I didn't know that. So apparently you can use them during fights as long as there's a bed there. For that fight, later there was a fight and it's like, you can't sleep till you're in the middle of combat. What was the other funny thing? Sarah was talking to some admiral, but she stood on the desk and looked down at him. So
I had a lady standing on a bar talking to me, and I was like, "Get down."
Have you done any of like the companion missions yet?
Just Sarah's.
So I'm in the middle of. I just finished the Vanguard faction, which was my last one, and then I started Sarah's quest. And you know the person you have to go talk to on New Atlantis, that's like he's standing in front of that big glass window.
Yeah,
talk to him, whatever. Well, like before, I was staring. I was like, "What is he doing there?" And then I just I used my power and made everything levitate in the room, just like freak everything out. And then I went in and I sat in the chair while they were talking, and then I just talked to him from his chair. I was like, "I am taking over this office. It is mine now. Thank you."
This corporate entity is now mine.
So much like every video game, bugs and animals suck to shoot and fight. I was so mad at these stupid things.
For me, it's robots because
they're easy.
The robots just appear in front of you. I'm like,
yeah, and you shotgun blast them in the face.
What else? They need vehicles. It was a mistake not to pick vehicles. I was on this planet, you're looking for these anomalies. I ran over the whole entire planet while trying to find it. It was just behind my ship the whole time. I was so angry. Anything else? You guys got anything else? I think that's it.
Something that happened today was in Starfield was my game just like broke and I couldn't talk to the person to start the next quest.
I've had that.
I was like, so I was on the Red Mile planet, and I was really not liking those people because they're rude. So I was like, I can't start the quest, so I just shot everyone, and that was fun. I was like, this is pretty fun. I was like, should I be bad? Because I was having a load of fun.
I did that with the council after the Vanguard mission ends, and you decide what to do with everything. I was like, quick save. Like all of you are driving me crazy. reload the save.
And the galaxy was better off.
Like frustration was building, and I did that. Gone.
There's some real stupid people in Starfield.
Yeah.
There's this like ship, and they're like, they've been in space forever. And they have a claim to this planet, but the planet got settled because they had old technology. So the people got there first, and they're like, "Oh, we deserve the planet. Let's just have the planet." It's like, you're stupid. Just
you're stupid.
The game gets political at one moment. I'm like, this is dumb. This is real stupid.
There's a real cringy line when you get the first artifact with Sarah, and you help that guy because his ship is taken over by pirates. He's like, "Oh, you mean that isn't like a hood ornament?" And then your character has the option to say, "I'm sighing on the behalf of all scientists."
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, good Lord, who would click that option?
Who would click that?
We know who would click that option. We know.
They do the scientist worship thing a lot in this game. It's pretty bad.
Just a religion. That's all it is.
Yeah, they pimp their religion in this game. All right. Any last words for this episode? Nope. Okay. Like, subscribe, and notify yourself for even more good stuff to come. And we will see you next time. Bye.
Gotta go check on my beans.